Pree Dis is brought to you in partnership with Magnum Tonic Wine, Take Charge, Ray White Overproof Rum, Fui Culture, Campari, Respect the Bitter, JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen, Swiss Mambo Sauce, the Everything Sauce, Swiss Barbecue Jerk Sauce, and the True Pet Food, Simply Better Pet Food.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pree Dis Show. You don't know I'm your host Naldo Addi, and this week we're in the sunshine city of Portmore, St. Catherine. You don't know, when it comes down to the latest and the greatest in entertainment and lifestyle, Pree Dis is the spot. So without further ado, let's start the show. Mixmaster David, ZJ Chrome and Copper Shot all did well at the recent staging of Strictly 2K. A whole heap of dancehall artists also shelled the stage, inclusive of Vanessa Bling and Voicemail. But don't just take my word for it, have a look at the highlights.
Let me see you wanna go up, from you know you wanna funny boy and a sport. So let me see you wanna go up, girl from you know run a funny girl joke. Me want be your all the road boys them now, whether you a power.
Of course, so they are Strictly 2K, how the party are going so far?
They're going real good, the performance, them there, no one. They're going good in the rain, you know what I mean? People are enjoying themselves, I love that.
I am a millennial. When I know the new tune them, they say anytime Strictly 2K say your road, but did it. Because I'm my era this, I'm my music this, you see me? So what go on right now, I don't know what go on, but what used to go on back then, I live through it.
Words nourish you, from your work hard you can flourish too. When from your mind conceive it, you can achieve it. Knowing of yourself, I work, I'm perseverance, give you some 100 feet clearance. Youth and youth, roll up your daddy.
How has Strictly 2K evolved over the 7 years?
Yes, interesting you said that. When we started, we never had any cabanas, no VIP. Our ticket was $1,500, no decor, anything. Now you see best in class execution in terms of decor, in terms of stage, in terms of performances. So, you know, it's just very, it's a great feeling to see how it has grown over the years. It shows that our hard work has paid off, and each time patrons come again, the event continues to grow to now a festival.
Never heat when me say that.
Everybody come, party come, party come, party come, party come, party come. Sing that, sing that, sing that, sing that. What the hell is that? Everybody can.
And we're now backstage here with Voicemail. Voicemail, what go on? First of all, boss, how was the crowd tonight?
You know, see it for yourself, man. I know your video it.
Rain or shine performance must go on.
Have to go on, you know it got things go. Jamaican people love to enjoy themselves in a fam. So once they enjoy themselves, they don't care what happens.
It's been a minute. You know, a lot of people always ask, where's Voicemail, where's Voicemail? But we're a territory group, so we're usually out in the world doing the territory stuff. But this is home. And it's always good to secure home. It's nice to know that we can come at an event like Strictly 2K and have some fun with the people. Because don't get it twisted, Jamaican people love have fun. And that is the proof of that. So it's a good vibe and it's a good feeling.
Boy, I breathe this fam. We hope you can see about the rain and tear. But of course, we are doing the work and we are putting the work for Uno. I hope you guys enjoy the highlights, and until next time, big up Strictly 2K. Naldo Addi signing out. Last December, Pandemic Records staged an event called Fight the Fight in Chapleton, Clarendon. Despite the heavy rains, patrons still come out to show them support and take in some of the performances. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. I'm going to catch a bus go over Seaview Gardens for the up next segment that is coming up right after this break.
A Campari, what bitter means to me? It means respect, yeah. From you a top man, respect the bitter with the real top brand. So when them say bitter, that just mean life I get better. Respect the bitter. Must be 18 years old of the drink responsibly.
He's from the community of Seaview Gardens in Kingston. He goes by the name Cardos, and this week he's up next.
Up next is brought to you by Magnum Tonic Wine. Take charge.
I'm afraid for walk alone, some walk the road. Me versus myself, that I'm no on a crowd. No for them gon' tell us that them love your G.
What drove you to music?
Well, my dad, moreover, and then my uncle. Both were artists, hailing from Seaview Gardens as well.
How has the journey been for you? How would you describe it?
A rough journey, you know, because you want good, you know, as a for run, nothing come easy. You get me? It has been a very rough journey and it has been up and down, happy moments, sad moments, but we still try to be persistent and push through.
And dear God, me need you on it urgent. Not cheer myself for that, just how the world meant. Heart still a bleed, and my scars now heal up.
What keeps you going? What keeps you persistent?
My son, you know, give me the drive to accomplish what I really want to get. Then again, my father also, as I said earlier, picking up where my dad left off. That is my role model, you know.
Producers you've worked with so far over the 10 years?
Work with I say a lot, but pretty much you have to say a handful. I don't know, RB, Rolando Blake, I big up Rolando Blake, you know. Young Talent Entertainment, Jaden, but now I'm with working with Cashmere Entertainment.
Tell them than me, yeah. No make sense, I try event, you don't know how I feel.
So having grown up in Seaview Gardens, I'm sure you've interacted with several of the artists from that community. Who are you friends with?
Every artist I'm a friend in Gardens Seaview, because we do it for the community, you get me? You don't know, you have content out there doing things, you have a lot of other artists like that. Seggy Inc., you don't know, Night Owl, them, Black Man, you get me? Dexter up himself, what kind of do it, and Lamak, you see me?
What does Cardos bring to the table musically?
Authentic style, different sound, very much creative. You get me? Try my best not really sound like somebody else, you get me? And as I've said earlier, utilize my pain. My pain tells my story. Despite I been through similar incidents, my story right different.
Me versus myself, that I'm no on a crowd. No for them gon' tell us that them love your G.
Countless amount of songs we released, but the one that I really loved, or both that I really loved is Walk Alone and Chosen, both produced by Cashmere, you know, and recently released a song called Booming, been making rounds.
What do you hope to achieve musically in 2024?
Well, what I wish to achieve is the level of success I've been working for. Being a household name.
Me by myself, dog, me no need nobody. Unapologetic, me need me on a planet. Vote to myself, me doubt me goal.
Josh Era developed a passion for music while attending St. George's College. Over the past few years, he has been making a presence on the party scene. Let's hear some more in our Mixmaster segment.
Mixmasters is brought to you by Magnum Tonic Wine. Take charge of things anytime, anywhere.
And on this week's Mixmasters segment, we welcome Josh Era. Josh, go on, G. Big up yourself, man. So, first things first, what go on? How life?
Well, life are going good, you know. Life is life, you know, my bro, you see me? Good and bad, so we just go and take it every day at a time, you see me?
And I put you in the work, right?
Yeah, man, father, straight.
Where did you grow up?
Well, right now, we're actually in my community that I grew up. Aylsham, this is off Shartwood Road. Yeah, so pretty much grew up here my whole life. Started music like in high school, really, like basically had a, what I say now, a niche for like collecting music or just having a lot of music in my catalog. Till eventually I learned how to like mix music from like friends, like showing me virtual DJ and things like this, and kind of start catch it on my own, upgrade to Serato and playing, and I like a little online radio at first, you get me?
So while attending George's, what other interests did you have? Did you play any sports? Anything else? Nothing like that?
Father, we never really did like nothing else except music, you know. All when we in a class, we are beat on desk and teacher give you detention and them thing they just for music. We just always did a feel music, so me just know some way, somehow me got in a music, either me gonna be an artist, a producer, and then you just find, say like, me just find this niche for DJing, you get me?
When did you realize, say, no, you know, so I'm actually good at this and I can take it up as a job, or even more than even a job, a passion or whatever?
Well, really when people started like, you know, like as in like strangers present that I don't know start coming to me and saying, you know, say, you're bad, or like when put out a mixtape, them say, you want a mixtape, they're bad, you know, and like this I come from people when I know me, so obviously it make some kind of impact.
On the party scene, how do you read a crowd?
Well, basically, it has a lot to do with like the timing, you get me? Like the time of the party, you know, if the party is early, people don't really start drink yet, anything, you kind of just have to build the vibes, you know. Some old school, you know, some 2K music coming up, you know, them little way they just build up a vibe, and then when you know say people start drink now and the party start getting later down to the time for it to end, you know, you can start building up the vibe, now playing more current songs and more interaction, more girl songs, because the ladies now in them vibe, ready to get crazy and do them things. So it's just all about the timing and the type of music that you play, because it's like you have to build up the party, it's like a climax.
What is your favorite type of music to play?
My favorite type of music to play, honestly speaking, me that's the Afrobeat, you know. Yeah, man.
Oh,
like, I love Afrobeat still.
Funny dance floor. Ready or no? Level 59. What is young up on the stage, you know?
So far, what's the biggest event that you've DJ'd at?
Me that's a tough crowd. Playing with Millie at Tough Crowd was one of the biggest crowd them that I can say me interact with as like a DJ with an artist, then you get me. So yeah, that was a big crowd still, like the place did the Raman thing.
What are you looking forward to for the new year, 2024?
Putting in more work, more mixtapes, getting more bookings, starting to actually get into the production and probably put out a project, maybe a one song, who knows, you get me.
You actually attend the University of Technology. Yeah. What are you studying there?
Well, I was actually studying computer science.
Josh, big up yourself, general. Man, as I respect. We're now here in the community of Bridgeport here in Portmore, and it's time for our second break. But don't go away, no. More Pree Dis right after this.
Ray and Never, feel we culture, yo!
New beginning, we winning, so share our spirit where you're living, yeah.
Share it!
I make we all a one par, you don't know we come from far.
From far, anytime we rap, feel we country. Rare rum, it have to come with we.
No matter with the bad vibes.
Poor rare rum, a celebration time.
I feel we culture.
Rare rum.
Make we show ya Jamaican culture.
Ray and Nephew overproof from we just a do it to we culture.
Kevin Smith operates a cook shop as well as a jerk chicken stand in Spanish Town. You can also catch him in action serving up patrons delicious meals at parties such as 1159 and Fun Fest. Let's hear more about his journey in food in this week's Pan the Fire segment. Yo, jerk, you sell me quarter chicken there.
Pan the Fire is brought to you by JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen. Swiss Mambo sauce, the everything sauce. Housekeeper aluminum foil. Keep it fresh, secure, and store your food with housekeeper foil and cling wrap. Affordable and strong. Landher Service Disinfectant Spray and Landher Oven Grill and Stovetop Cleaner.
I enjoy cooking and the joy of the customers, you know, when they receive a meal from me and they say, "Chef, you have the best food in the town." that brings me joy. Well, we open from 7 in the morning, sometimes 7:30. Yes, basically because we do soup and porridge in the morning now. That is our new thing. By 7:30, soup and porridge. The kids are loving that. The taxi drivers, they are loving that. Right on the roadside, soup and porridge from Kevin's Kitchen. We go up until anytime after 6, as long as school is over and we finish that crowd, then we go until 6 o'clock.
What days are you open?
Monday to Saturday. Well, Kevin's Kitchen is a brand established, over 5 years, and we're going good in terms of catering, right? Catering is our biggest part of the business, which we look towards our big quantities every now and then, and persons are loving the food. We have our secret recipes that we use for catering. So once you book Kevin's Kitchen, there's nothing normal coming.
So you're located on White Church Street here in Spanish Town. Who supports your business? Who are your customers?
Well, where I'm located on White Church Street, my customers is like from the Shoppers Fair Supermarket right across the road, the Jonathan Grant High School. The school population is a big part of Kevin's Kitchen. And the correctional officers, as you know, they come forth for their lunch every day. The police officers, the community on a whole supports Kevin's Kitchen. Well, for breakfast, we do mostly like American breakfast, like egg sandwich, waffles, and bacon and eggs and so forth. We have our hot dogs, we have our burger, we have our egg burger. Those are the stuff that we do for breakfast in the morning.
In general, what are your lunch options?
Well, our lunch options are chicken, pork, fish, goat, turkey neck, so forth. So we mix and match. Today we'll have a curry turkey neck and bean. We'll have a sweet and spicy chicken, a jerk chicken, barbecue chicken as well. Our fish, they are loving our fish. I think we do the best in a brown stew fish because we specific in our red snapper fish that is our old fish. Or if we're not doing that red snapper fish, our bassa fish is one of our favorite as well. The journey is challenging. You have to be committed to the drive. You have to listen to the customers, listen to the people. Well, working at Ribby's was a very good, I would say awesome experience. I have a very good team, a very strong management team that I was working with. The directors were firm, and that helped me to be who I am today in terms of being firm with whatsoever I'm doing and committed to whatever I'm doing. My love for food developed growing up. Well, I was the one at home always cooking when mommy and daddy wasn't around. I always have to cook. Jerk chicken is the boss. There is no losing in jerk chicken. Jerk chicken would consider it as pan chicken or street food, and persons are loving a good jerk chicken. I have 2 children.
And how do the proceeds from your business benefit them?
Awesome. The proceeds from my business help them awesome. In the future, I'd want one of them to take up where I left off. So it helped them awesome, especially we're just coming out of the Christmas season. I know that they're smiling knowing that Daddy has, put his hand to the fire and let them have Christmas. I intend to take Kevin's Kitchen to the next level. There is no limit to Kevin's Kitchen, right, across Jamaica. I also have intentions that for future plan that Kevin's Kitchen will be the all-inclusive kitchen that you will just come and you have an all-inclusive buffet.
We understand that you have a passion for using the Swiss Mambo sauce in your meals. Talk to me about that.
The Swiss Mambo sauce, mighty God, that's an awesome one. Even with my jerk barbecue chicken, I am not going to do a jerk barbecue chicken and leave the Swiss Mambo sauce because when I merge the Swiss sauces together, the Mambo sauce especially, and it's awesome.
Why is it important to clip your dog's nails? Well, pet groomer Renee Francis tells us more in this week's True Tip. It's now time for your True Tip of the Week, brought to you by True Pet Food.
Why do we need to be clipping our dog's nails?
Okay, well, one of the main reasons for clipping the dog's nail is to ensure that they don't grow too long. When the nails grow too long, then what they'll do is curve because they have a pattern. So they'll curve and go under, and that would cause pressure on the dog's legs, on their joints, which can cause arthritis, joint pains, as well as sometimes the nails, dependent on how it grows, it will go into the flesh of the paw pad, which can sometimes lead to an abscess or an infection will develop. So it's very important to get your dog's nails trimmed because of those reasons.
How often should the nails be trimmed?
Well, the textbooks and from what I've read, it's every 3 to 4 weeks. But for me, I try to grind or to Dremel, which is file, an electric filer, to file my dog's nail every 10 to 14 days. That way they remain short so that they'll walk properly versus doing it every 4 weeks. At 4 weeks, the nails are pretty long. For dogs that give problem when trying to clip the nail, what we do is to muzzle the dog. If the muzzle doesn't work, we'll use a groomer's lead, which is like a leash that we attach to the grooming table, and we hook them up there. If that doesn't work, there are more effective ways of, it's like a harness, and you either can hook it to the top of your door and you put them in there and their forelegs are down and they're more comfortable that way, and then you can just pick up each paw and do the nails that way. So we have clipping of dog nails by itself. So you're able to come here and only have your dog's nail trimmed, as opposed to doing a full grooming package or a mini groom package that includes trimming of the hair, clipping of the nails, a bath, cleaning of the ears. You don't have to necessarily come to us to groom the pet, but if you're having issues at home and you want the pet nails to be cut or clipped, you can take them to us. It's only $1,000. Once we clip the nails, we also buff them.
The True Tip of the Week was brought to you by True Pet Food. Culture, YPree, and the Big Bad Top 10 chart coming up next.
Just add a little bit and you're ready to go. Swiss Mambo, you already know. Oh, Mambo makes everything better. No ordinary, no. Swiss Mambo, the star of the show. Oh, Mambo makes everything better.
It's JF Mills Flour and Mixes for your pastries, pancakes, festivals, Johnny cakes, and many cakes. Your wraps, pizzas, rotis, spinners, and dumplings and fritters. Using our wide variety of flours to include counter, cake and pastry, all-purpose, whole wheat, and baking. Pick them up today. All from JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen. Distributed by Caramel.
There are lots of reasons to believe in a dog food brand. Great nutrition, great price, and your dogs love the taste. But what if it's also made for Caribbean dogs? No artificial colors or flavors, with an eye on the environment, so we only use paper bags. Then you will be just as happy as your dog, truly. It's true, we love dogs.
In 1997, Dancehall Queen was a massive hit for Beanie Man and Chevelle Franklin. But did you know that the version that charted on Billboard was actually a remix done by DJ Delano? The Renaissance Godfather shares the details behind that song in this week's Culture segment.
Culture is powered by Ray White Overproof Rum. Culture.
Let me get my punch up, yeah. Mass, yeah. First time me see you, me da walk in your car. Now me see you when me walk in.
How did you get involved in remixing that project?
Well, after the Mega Nitro mix, Bounty Killer, the movie, you have we call it Christy Barber. Sure. Hi, Christy. and our team actually linked me and said, hey, we want a remix. I said, but I don't have no equipment. They said they will get all the equipments that I need. When they gave me these equipments now, I didn't know how to use these equipments. I was clueless. And I was there and I said, hey, I don't know, I can't do this. I have to go and go do my mix because I know how to use my equipment. Them said, no, we want it today, we want the mix today. I said, all right. Them called KRS-One, them called all kind of people to try and come and help me, but they couldn't get anyone because everybody was busy. So we're there in the studio and I said, you know what, let's bring a turntable come, I'll go for my record them and come back. I went for my record and did the mix live with turntables. There was an engineer there that, you know, it's 24 tracks, 32 tracks, big board. I had to sit down the engineer and say, all right, listen to me. This is what I'm going to do. Just follow me and press record. And then they did that, running the rhythm, running the acapella. This was done on turntables, two tracks. I was in the studio until the next morning with the engineer. Until when we mix it, and the engineer was like looking at me like, yo, how you came up with this idea? It's a white engineer because basically I gone back to the basics with it in terms of just turntable to recording. And then when Stone and Krista Barber came to the studio and listened to the mix, they said, all right, this is what we're going to work with. I mean, the original song was climbing the Billboard. You know, it's Sly and Robbie produced a track. The original rhythm, but when the remix came out, it actually shot to the Billboard. And that as well gave me a lot of recognition worldwide. A DJ for Dougie Fresh, a DJ for Wyclef, you understand? I was touring with Shaggy. So it put me into places as well. I could walk into a record shop, I could walk into a show, and people say, oh, Delano, what's up? You know, I don't know these guys, but you know that there's industry people. So I was getting into it. It put me, even now, it's still, I mean, that's my biggest remix up to this date in terms of Billboard and worldwide. So yeah, that's what it did.
The Bob Marley movie opens in local theaters next month. Are you excited? Will you be going to watch? Well, members of the public share their responses in our YPree Vox Pop segment. YPree is brought to you in partnership with Campari. Campari, respect the bitter.
Yeah, I definitely have to see it. You know, Bob Marley is a legend, and we know from Bob Marley has presented our music and history. I think that it's best that probably the entire Jamaican fraternity could try to go and watch that movie.
Well, I would love to see it because it's good to see Jamaica showcased on the map worldwide, so I would definitely go and see it next month.
I would definitely go and see that movie. Why? Because Bob Marley is a reggae icon of Jamaica, and you know, we are all inspired by reggae music, so I would definitely go and see that movie.
Well, I don't plan to go, you know, but I know that movie is going to be a great movie because you know that Bob Marley involved Jamaican icon. Can't get a better one than that.
Well, if I can, I'll make it. And I'd like to.
Are you excited to see it? You plan to see the movie?
Yeah, man, very first day.
Yes, man. Plus, I'm planning to go and watch it because I have one of my friends who worked on it. So, yeah, I'm planning to go there and see it.
Let us know what you think on all our social media platforms at Pree Dis Show on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and of course YouTube. And don't forget to tune in next week for more YPree.
YPree is brought to you in partnership with Campari. Campari, respect the bitter.
Turn the Other Way by Iwater was #1 last week. Is it still #1 or Roger will take over? Let's find out on this week's Magnum Top 10 chart.
Continental girl I take set, want me for themself forever except. Bumper go round and round, round and round, round and round, mama bump. Limelight, been there, done that. Pull up hands up. Dog got so much here to the road, me. Dog got so much. Give me your walk like money, Mike. Watch me a prof like money mic.
Rush and chop it up, done. Run up, and ain't gotta do all my feet up.
A big brick, chopping I bank. Nah, do no show unless I cash in.
Some more that drive 100 miles just to spend some more. I got bad in charge. Stop it, man. So I go with we go. Come on, baby, Tony on the way. Done.
We're now at the famous Port Enders Road. As you can see, Ken's Wildflower over there, so. And if you go further on, you go on a back road. You see it? But fun and jokes aside, that's how we close this week's episode of Pree Dis Show. You don't know I'm your host, Naldo Addi, and I'll see you guys next week.
Pree Dis was brought to you in partnership with Magnum Tonic Wine, Take Charge, Ray White Overproof Rum, Fui Culture, Campari, Respect the Bitter, JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen, Swiss Mambo Sauce, the everything sauce, Swiss Barbecue Jerk Sauce, and the true pet food, Simply Better Pet Food.